I am so sorry that I have to be the one to tell you this, but your New Year's resolutions absolutely suck. Like, you're saying that you're gonna eat better, work out, and finally step up to your boss and make some more money. Isn't that what you've been saying for the past 5 years? What's up, guys? My name is Mateo Hall, and it's true. Most people, as in 80% of people, don't end up keeping their New Year's resolutions by February. 92% of people don't end up keeping their New Year's resolutions by the end of the year, meaning that on average, 8 out of every 100 people are gonna actually stay true to their New Year's resolution, and there's a pretty big reason on why. So with 2021 finally arriving to us, so many people are making New Year's resolutions. They're figuring out how to better their life, do greater things, and leave 2020 behind us because it was just a mess, and focus on the new year. Focus on your resolutions and get started. Well, that's what people said in 2019, 2018, and 2017, and still 80% of people are failing their resolutions by February. Why? Because they're not getting specific enough. I am a very, very slender guy. So for me to make a New Year's resolution that is just, oh, I'm gonna start working out more, isn't gonna be really effective to what I need and to what would actually help me out the most. Just saying that you're gonna start working out and going to the gym is a great mindset, but to make that your New Year's resolution isn't doing anything for you. When making a New Year's resolution, you have to be doing several things in order to make them specific enough and still within the realm of reason. The reason you're gonna fail your New Year's resolution of working out more and becoming more fit is because it just isn't specific enough. If you hadn't worked out at all in 2020 and your goal is to work out more in 2021, then go ahead and do a single push-up, and congratulations, you have technically worked out more than you had in 2020, but I'm sure that's not what you really want. You want to have a body that you're proud of. So how do you really achieve that? You need to be more specific about what you're looking for. You don't want to work out more in 2021. Your goal of 2021 is to reach 165 pounds. Well, okay, that's slightly better. Now you have a figure to work towards, right? But it still doesn't really help. Okay, 165 pounds. How do we get there? What do you do in order to get to that 165 pounds? You're gonna then have to start going to the gym. That's gonna be a combination of pushing weights and doing some cardio, and you're gonna have to start eating better in order to actually put on the pounds or lose the pounds to get to your target weight. But at the same time, that target weight isn't just what you're looking for. If I, at 130 pounds at 6 foot, just start eating cheesecake every single day, then yeah, I'm gonna get to 160 pounds pretty quickly, but that's gonna be all fat. And again, that's not what you want. So you're looking for a level of fitness upon your New Year's resolution as well. You're not saying, I just want to get to that 165 pounds by eating cheesecake. No, so when you set your New Year's resolution, you're gonna say, I'm gonna hit 165 pounds by the end of the year. In order to do that, I recognize I have to go to the gym for 3 or 4 times every week. Set your numbers. Set something that is attainable for you. Set your numbers. Set something that's realistic for you to actually be able to go in. If you're working for 80 hours a week, then it might be hard to squeeze in 4 gym sessions in there. But you would be able to squeeze in, say, 5 hours throughout the week. If you block out specifically what you're going to be doing and measure it. Measure the progress that you are making throughout all of this. Don't just make your New Year's resolution to say, I'm gonna hit 165 pounds and then not check your weight. Because what isn't measured isn't going to be changing. So sure, you can start thinking that you're eating really well, get all your protein in, go to the gym, and in reality, you won't be making any progress. You need to alter what you're doing in order to meet the results that you're trying to hit. If you do this for 2 months and aren't seeing any progress, maybe you have to change up your system slightly. Take in slightly more calories, work out slightly differently, change the weights up a little bit, change what you're doing. And since you've been measuring what you've been doing, you're able to acknowledge maybe what the chink in the system might be. Now, another really big problem with a New Year's resolution is the timing of it is very, very unspecific. Sure, you start it on January 1st, but when does it end? Or when do you have to meet your goal? I said 165 pounds. So yes, technically if I reach that 165 pounds, full disclaimer, that's not what my New Year's resolution is at all, but if you were to hit that by December, then does that still count? Yes, technically you did end up reaching your New Year's resolution by December, but is that really what you wanted? Or were you ready to go out into the summer and show off that new six-pack body with your spray-on tan? So make it more time-based. Instead of saying you want to make 160 pounds, perhaps you're going to be making monthly increments every single time. Instead of saying that you want to hit that 165 pounds, perhaps instead you're looking at 5 pounds a month. This, again, makes things a lot more easy to measure. And maybe some of those months you're able to get 6 pounds, or maybe some of those months you're able to get 4 pounds. The thing is, you're able to see your progress very specifically and you have it narrowed down to a smaller time period. This will also put you on track that, okay, if I'm 130 pounds right now, then in 4 months, if I do 5 pounds every month, I could theoretically be 150 pounds. And so the thing is, you have to make these goals realistic, and that's where I start to struggle a little bit. I like to push the barrier of what's realistic and what's not realistic for me to reach by the end of the year. For instance, as a real estate agent, I plan on netting 6 figures by the end of 2021 in my first year of selling real estate. Is it realistic? Possibly. Will it happen? Yes, it will. I think realistic, you have to push yourself. Because if you just say, as a real estate agent, you know, I'm gonna be making $20,000. Okay, I have to close 4 deals to make $20,000. I think that I can close 4 houses in 365 days. That's 90 days to close a property, assuming that I don't have any 2 going at any single point in time. That sounds pretty possible to me. So if you set your goals too low down, then you're not gonna care about them. You're gonna be like, yeah, I could do that super easy. I don't have to worry about it. And now at the same time, if you set your goals too high, you're never gonna be able to reach them. They seem unattainable. They seem unrealistic. You think, why would I even set something like that? If I said that I was gonna be making $500,000, I would probably give up within the first 2 months. And if I said that I was gonna be making $75,000, that's more realistic. That's probably what I should say, because that's what I think that I could do very realistically. But I wanna push myself. I wanna double down on real estate as much as I can. Therefore, I put myself just a notch above that. I don't wanna be at some weird number, so I ran it out to $100,000 by the end of 2021. So acknowledge what's realistic for you. If you weigh 300 pounds, chances are by the end of 2021, you should not be 150 pounds. That would be very unhealthy, but at the same time, if you're 200 pounds and your goal is to reach 190 pounds, maybe you should put a little extra something on top of that, because you should be hitting that pretty quickly if you really put your mind to it. My point is, New Year's resolutions are a really good tool that people have every single year, and it reminds you of your goals, because so many people, they live on autopilot and they don't think about their goals. But since you're watching this channel, I can tell that you are not one of those people. You actually care about your life and how to make yourself a better person. So take the new year to really reflect on yourself. Don't only say, okay, I'm gonna be making 6 figures this year. I'm gonna start investing this year. I'm gonna start thinking about my retirement. Start making smart goals. What I've danced around this for the entire video. There are specific goals that you have in mind, exactly what you want to get to. M as in measurable goals. Something that you can mark down, keep track of. Use Excel sheets. I absolutely love Excel. Just write it down. Make things that are obtainable, things that aren't completely out of your grasp, but are never going to happen and are still realistic. It wouldn't be realistic for me to say that I'm gonna make 6 figures when I didn't have my real estate license, because I can't even sell real estate. Make it something that is plausible and obtainable. Lastly, T as in time bound. Give yourself a specific measure of time that you're chunking things through. I think the more that you can break it down, the more you can measure it, and the better your goals are going to be. Have an end goal and have progress goals in order to get to that goal. That is how you actually succeed on your New Year's resolutions, and write it somewhere visible. If you write down your goals, something that you're going to be looking at every single day, it's going to remind you of it. That's why so many New Year's resolutions fail. It's because people stop thinking about them. People forget about them. People aren't caring about themselves because they think that their goals aren't important. So make sure your goals are important to you and important to the message that you're trying to create to the world. Get an accountability partner in order to actually get your goals across. I hope that you guys keep me accountable in all of the goals that I want to achieve in 2021, and I'll keep you accountable for any goals that you leave down in the comments today. So get out there and actually write down your goals. Rework the 2021 goals that you already have written, because I can guarantee that they can be better. I'm starting to rethink my own already, that I can make these more specific. I can make these more measurable. I'm going to time chunk out exactly what I need to do at every point in time to actually achieve these goals, just like you guys should. I believe in you, and I hope that you believe in me. So let's continue on this journey together. Subscribe to the channel and keep track of my progress, and I'll help you keep track of yours. I promise to be reminding you guys of your New Year's resolutions pretty regularly on this channel. So subscribe if you haven't already to hear more updates from me, and leave a like on this video if it helped you think of how you're going to be reworking your goals and actually achieving them. Don't be part of the statistics. Be part of that 8% that actually achieves their goals in 2021. So remember, check the description down below. I believe the offer on Webull is still running, getting several free stocks just for signing up for the platform and depositing $100. So check the description down below for Webull, or if not, we still have Robinhood. The new year has started, so just by signing up for an account with Robinhood, you can get an entirely free stock and start preparing for your retirement and your investing. If that's not for you, you could still get free $50 with the Discover card just by signing up for the platform down below. I'm so excited to have you guys here for 2021, and I have a lot of great content planned out for the rest of the year. So until next time, when we continue our financial journeys in 2021.